Walton is back.
Oh, really?
Really. According to him, he was let out last night about midnight, about a mile from where they picked him up.
Jeez. Could you take us back to this morning when whoever it was that first got word that he was back, give us a rundown from that point?
Okay, what happened was that Grant Neff, which is my brother-in-law, married to my sister, he got a telephone call.
Uh-huh.
And he answered it, and his voice told him, he said, well, Grant, he says, this is Travis. I'm back. And I need help. And he says, wait a minute, fella. He says, you got the wrong number. I'm sorry. And he says, don't hang up on me, Grant. He says, this is Travis. He says, I need help bad. So he figured out that it was the truth then, so he asked him where he was at, and he said he was in a telephone booth out by the Enco station in Heber. And he said, please help me real bad. And then, Grant hung up and went to get my brother Dwayne, and Dwayne and him drove out there. Well, they found Travis curled up on the floor of the telephone booth. He was sleeping or passed out. I don't know quite for sure just exactly which one of the two he was at, but he was in terrible shape. They brought him home, and they weighed him. He'd lost 12 pounds. He said he hadn't eaten in 5 days. They asked him what happened. He said, when I run for the flying saucer, he said, it felt like I run into a brick wall. He said, when I come out of it, he said, I had violent headaches and wouldn't quit. And they asked him what he saw, and he said, first of all, he said, I know I was in outer space because he said that all I could see was stars, and he said it looked like planets. And he said, I'm not sure, but he said it was black. It was as black as could be except for that, no light. He didn't see any sun. And they said, what else did he see? And he said, he knew they took me out took him out in one ship, and he said when they were getting ready to dock with the big ship, he said he saw 4 others, but none of them were all the same shape.
Uh-huh.
He said that when they got him in there, they laid him out on a table, and we asked him what happened then, and he said, he couldn't talk about it. He'd have to talk to somebody that could understand. And he said, but I'll tell you one thing. He said, I was laying on a table, and he said, the people that I saw were such that they were human form. He said, they looked kind of gross to him. Evidently, they poked a tube in him instead of a needle in his arm, and he had a big puncture wound in his arm.
Uh-huh.
And it went right into where the vein was. Basically, that was it. They brought him back and dropped him off at Heber in the middle of the highway at the top of the hill above Heber, which is approximately about a mile and a half from the town itself.
We have been referred to you by Mr. Paul Brady regarding the disappearance of your brother.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could give us a rundown of just what's going on down there.
Well, what's happened now is they discontinued the search now. They decided that he isn't around in the area. They went horseback and helicopter and everything else, couldn't spot him. What happened was the boys were coming out about 6 o'clock in the evening. They were thinning wood for the Forest Service, and it was about dark about that time, and they were trying to cram as much work as they could get in for the day, because their contract was running out real quick. And they were start driving out, and my brother was riding in the front seat. It was in the crew cab pickup, international crew cab pickup, and he was riding in the front seat on the passenger side next to the door. Looked out, he was driving up the road, and there was a thicket, and after they passed the thicket, they looked off to the right, and he saw this glow, and he yelled, flying saucer, and everybody turned around and looked, and here it was. And before the truck could even get stopped, he jumped out of the truck, run up, which we'd spotted flying objects before, and he'd made up his mind that if he ever saw one, he was going to try to communicate with one. And before the truck could get stopped, like I was saying, and he jumped out and run up towards it and threw his hands up in the air and to show that he meant no harm. And the guy said that the ship started rocking and started building up a high-pitched whine. And all of a sudden, this blue flash come out from underneath it. They said that it was in a beam form.
Yes.
Just a little bit wider than his shoulders. It covered him, and it silhouetted him because it was so bright. It silhouetted him where they could see him. They weren't sure whether it hit him directly, but part of it did. They thought part of it did. But anyway, he collapsed and hit the ground, and they panicked then, and they drove off and left him, and they went up the road to the entrance to the main road coming along in that area. They were on a little logging road. And they stopped and started talking about what they should do, and they decided they might go to this deer hunting camp and get those guys to help them. And they headed for the camp, and then they said, no, they better go. They looked back when they did that, and they saw a flash over the trees heading in the opposite direction out. And so they decided to better run down and see if they could help Travis, and when they got down there, he wasn't there.
I see. Now, what period did anyone ever give a time estimate of between the time that this thing was first seen and the time that
They went back?
It went back. They went back, yes.
Yeah, approximately. They said they'd say approximately about 8 to 10 minutes.
Well, then this thing must have been in the area for quite a while, even after they left.
Yeah.
Did they was anyone examine the ground?
Well, we had a guy come in today from, what is it, aerial phenomena?
From Tucson?
From Phoenix.
Yes.
In relation with William Spalding or somebody like that.
Oh, yes, yes.
He was up there today. I can't remember his name, but long-haired, fairly long-haired fellow, kind of reddish tint to it. And he's from Phoenix, and he's giving a talk, I guess. William Spalding and all of them are going to give a talk. He gave us a guest ticket to come down to the lecture given in Phoenix on January the 9th or something like that.
Oh, yes.
But anyway, he said that when we asked for the reading, everybody treated it as a hoax and stuff. Even the law enforcement tried to cover it up, and they kidded the kids that was there and called them hippies and everything else. And one kid just come off his mission. He's the LDS boy and just got off his mission, and he's straight as could be. None of them smoke or drink or anything like this, or even mess with junk or anything.
Yes.
But we finally, Thursday afternoon when they started, or Thursday morning when they started the search, and somebody mentioned that they ought to take a reading of it with the Geiger counter. And so I had my compass. I just walked over there and see if my compass reacted any at all. It moved just a little bit, but it didn't move very much.
Yes.
And so they called in one that afternoon and got one in, but it was under insistence that, they kicked it aside when they first mentioned it, and then we finally insisted that they get a Geiger counter up there. But it read on Mike, it read up on the 6 on the scale, but they had it set it at .01 on the scale, on the Geiger counter.
Uh-huh.
And it just read up to 6 on Mike. It read on a luminous dial up to 3. And on the ground it read anywhere from 1 to up to 3 in different spots. But they didn't take a real good area. They just picked one spot in the area, and that was it.
I see.
And this guy come in today with his meters and everything else, and he got abnormal reading, is what he called it. He read the trees and everything else around it, and he said that it was definitely indicated. He said he wished he'd been there within 8-10 hours of the time, but they kept it hushed up until Friday before anybody even knew it, before they hit the hotline, on.
Yes.
And he said that they possibly would send somebody up Monday because he said he got enough indication that they should send somebody up to take some more readings and everything.
So did he take any soil samples at all?
No, he didn't. He said that if given this length of time, they might not be any good, but he said that this guy will come up with the equipment to do this kind of stuff if he thought it was feasible to do it.
Okay, has there been any rainfall in the area?
No, it's been perfectly dry.
Uh-huh.
It freezes at night.
How many people were involved in this? Now, there seems to be a contradiction of the number.
There was, counting my brother, there were 7.
There were 7, okay. Yeah. Now, how would I go about getting the names of these other people?
I can give you part of them, and I can't remember all of them. It was Mike Rogers, which was the crew chief.
And do you have his phone number?
No, he doesn't have a phone.
Okay.
But I can have him call you or anything you want from my phone.
Okay.
But Mike Rogers, he's about 27-year-old. He's married and got kids and stuff. Kenny Peterson, who just recently got married, and they have a kid. And this is the one that gives the information over the TV and everything else.
I see.
The LDS boy just come off his mission. John Gillette. What's Alan's name? Alan Dallas. There was a guy by the name of Dwayne. I don't remember what his last name was. And Steve, what's his last name? And there was a Steven in there, but I can't remember his last name either.
Okay. Did you talk to those people immediately after this happened?
Yes, well, not immediately, because when they went up and found Travis wasn't there. They turned around and rushed into a little town of Heber about 8-10 miles away or a little bit more, and they called the law, and then the law come out and searched for it. But they didn't get, that was at 6 o'clock when they saw that, and then by the time they got in to let us know, they got Mom at 1 o'clock, and by 3 o'clock then they woke me up and got me out. And
well, now when you talked to these people, what was their concern? Did they seem as though they were really shaken up, or was it, were they calm about the whole thing?
Well, this Mike Rogers was his crew chief that these guys work for. He passed out 3 different times. They literally had to pick him up and get him back on his feet again. He just literally passed out.
Is that after he got back?
That's after he got back. Every time he went out, he just literally passed out. And he was shaken, and a kid that just come off his mission, we asked him what he felt about it, and he says, well, you know, he said, I've never seen a UFO. I've heard it talked about, and he said, I was really skeptical about it, which, you know, is part of their teachings, you know. That,
yes.
This is what it is. And he said, but now, he said, I'm a firm believer, and he was badly shaken. And the other kid said that he doesn't believe in flying saucers, but he saw one.
Okay.
The rest of them all agree in the stories. There's just a minute amount of difference in it. It's not enough to even to warrant that there was anything different than
yes. Yes, well, of course, there's always a difference when you have different people telling stories. Okay, now I got Mike Rogers, Kenny Peterson, John Goulet, Alan Dallas, and
it's Dwayne, whatever his last name is, I don't know. He's a new kid to come up. There were 3 new kids that was there on the job. The others were old hands at it. They knew one another except for this Dwayne. He only met Mike 4 days before this sighting happened. But all the rest of them knew each other for quite a long time.
How about the ages on these fellows?
Anywhere from the age of 20 up to 27.
20, 27, okay. Yeah. Then you've just about eliminated the possibility of any type of hoax.
Well, right. They put dogs in their helicopters. They put horseback riders. They've covered an area in there that's probably 5 square miles.
Okay, then Travis, he has always had an interest in this subject.
Yes, he has. He's got a high IQ and everything. He's really... He's level-headed, is he? He never pulled anything dumb like this or anything like this, you know, where it'd be a hoax or anything.
Yes.
And he's just not the person who fits that.
Okay. Since that has happened now, has there been anything strange that has happened in the area or...
Well, they had a sighting not more than probably about 20 miles away of a woman spotting this, and this guy that was up today had the information on it, too.
That was the same night?
Yeah.
I see. And there has been nothing else other than that. Have you had anything yourself, being as close as you are to him, have you had anything, any mysterious phone calls or...
No, This is what he asked us too. He said, usually, you know, you have this, in some instances, they run across this. But there's not been nobody that's phoned or nothing. These boys are just working and they're coming in when they spotted it.
Okay, sir. I'm going to leave our office number with you, and if any of these other gentlemen would care to call us, why, we'd like to arrange something for a telephone interview.
Okay.
And that's the UFO Reporting Center in Seattle, Washington. I'd like very much to talk to this Mike Rogers, seeing that he has had apparently some sort of physical shock from this.
Yeah. Yeah, they told us not to mess with the car or bang the hood or anything, or the top of the car, and not put no magnets around it or anything to where they could get a good reading off on that.
Right. I'm very surprised they didn't get in on that right away.
Well, the law covered it up. In fact, they run a guy away from it yesterday that was from Flagstaff. And they run him away and told him that they didn't want him even messing around there until after they had the lie detector test given. And they really treated this as a farce.
Now that test, is that going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, it's going to be given in Holbrook tomorrow. We're going to demand a taping of that so that they can take the tapes and get a reading off that too.
Okay. Now we would very, very much appreciate getting a copy of those if possible. We'll be more than happy to pay.
What, on the tapes?
Yes.
Okay.
Anything that we can get in relation to this case would be most appreciated.
Okay, we'll do it.
And if anything important should come up in relation to this, why, we'd appreciate hearing from you.
We're going to go back out. We figured we'd let everything quiet down. We've been going out and staying at night out there after sun goes down by ourselves and after everything quiets down, but we figure we'll give it another couple of days and we'll go back out and sit out there and watch, see if anything happens.
I hope you'll be equipped with a good camera.
Hey, I got a good camera for
Good.
that.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Okay.
Bye.
We didn't want anybody to get involved with it here. The police here is harassing us pretty bad, so we sneaked him out of here and got him down to Phoenix to see Spaulding. Spaulding made the arrangements from there.
Well, is he in the hospital at Phoenix?
No, he's in Tucson.
Oh, Tucson.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay, is that Tucson organization, are they doing anything about this?
They said DSW, yeah. They're the ones that's going to run most of the tests. They got Dr. Lester Stewart to run the progressive hypnotist test on them and see what... but they said on the news tonight, I haven't been down there yet, and we're waiting to get clearance to come on down, but tonight Dr. Lester William Spaulding said that it was either the greatest, it was the best hoax that's ever been pulled, or else it's the most fantastic UFO sighting. He said after the test, he'll be able to tell him. They put him on the spot, and he had to, ride the fence more or less.
Yes.
But he said after the test, they would know more about it.
Okay, now how about that the lie detector test they gave the 5 or 6 witnesses? How did that turn out?
Turned out positive that they were telling the truth.
I'll be darned. Well, that's the kind of evidence we like.
Mm-hmm. Showed that they positively told the truth.
Okay, now what was your brother's name that picked
Dwayne?
Dwayne up, yes.
Yeah, he picked, Dwayne picked up Travis. Brother-in-law was Grant Neff.
And it was Dwayne that picked up Travis?
Yes.
Okay.
He said that when he reached in the booth to grab Travis, he said Travis started scooting away from him, trying to get away from him. And he said, I need help. And Dwayne talked to him, which is the closest one to him anyway out of all the brothers.
Yes.
And he said that, it's me, Travis. He said, it's me. He said, you're all right. You got help. And he said he lifted him up, reached down, picked him up, and held him in his arms. He said, just like grabbing a baby, he just cuddled right up and started crying. He said everything, finally got him calmed down, said everything was all right. And he said that his contact with it was the people were cruel.
I see.
Now, that's all we know. He wouldn't elaborate on anything more. And like I said, we got him home and got a little bit inside of him, and then we sneaked him out here and got him down over the hill to Phoenix.
Is there any way that we could contact this Dwayne? Do you think he would object to our calling him?
Let me give you a telephone number if I can find it. David, there's some cards around here somewhere that's got the horseshoe shape.
Have you had much communication with the news medias on this?
Yes, they've been in and out all the time. They're trying to corner Mom. We're trying to keep Mom away from them. And because she's relieved, but she's still shook up.
Oh, I would imagine so.
And she was one of, in her mind, that he was definitely coming back. We all knew it, but she stuck by her guns all the way, and there they harassed her and everything else.
Oh, yes, I can understand that.
We've even got some kooks in here now that's coming in and out to see the freak show, as they call it. And they're coming down from Colorado and every place else.
Have you been contacted by Dr. Hynek from the Center for UFO Studies in Illinois?
We haven't run into him yet. He might have called one of the other guys, but he hasn't called me. Do you have William Spaulding's telephone number? Maybe he can give you Dwayne's. I don't have it right here. I can't find it. My wife has dumped out all my cards and everything else out of my pockets.
Yes, I have Spaulding's number.
Davey, check that blue sweater and see if it's in the in the pocket of the blue sweater.
I understand that quite a few sightings of UFOs are being made in that area now.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the hot spot, according to the way Mr. Spaulding said, that this is a hot spot in the nation right now. Whether that's true or not, but evidently the same night that Travis was picked up by this flying object, that somebody else turned in a report, just not but a few minutes difference between the men's turning him in and them. But there's been some down around Child, Arizona.
I see.
They've had quite a few down there. The news media has been down there, so has the guy from Flagstaff has been there. But you can probably get a hold of Dwayne. He's checking now to see if he can find him.
All right, sir. Now, would it be possible to get another call from you tomorrow night and get us caught up on what's going on?
Yes, it sure will. It's on TV now. Dwayne give a news release to the TV about it at 10 o'clock here on our time. It's been on 5 in our channel, which is 10, and 12 in channel 3. He can't find it, but you can find him, Dwayne Walton, W-A-L-T-O-N, in Phoenix. He's listed. He's got a horseshoeing outfit there. And he's listed, let's see, is it Phoenix or is it Glendale? It's on 60 or 70 some odd street or avenue in Phoenix. They can give you the...
That's Dwayne Walton.
Yes.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, thank you very much, and I'll be in my office anytime after 6 o'clock tomorrow night.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Bye.
Bye. Sorry I didn't get back to you sooner.
No problem. I thought we'd give you a call and get a review to what has happened since I talked to you last.
Well, nothing much has happened. They still have Travis in the hospital. They say he's dehydrated pretty bad. He's still drinking a lot of water and liquids. He goes underneath his first test tomorrow. Now, there's some conflict as what it's going to be, whether it's going to be a polygraph test or that progressive hypnosis. The 5 boys are going through that progressive hypnosis right now.
The witnesses?
Yeah.
I see.
They're in some place. They didn't say for sure where it was at.
Who's handling this, do you know?
Well, Spaulding was handling it, and then they had some big conflict about it because he didn't believe that Travis could have been away 5 days. And now he says over the news that he definitely feels that they have patched up the ends and that there was through some of the tests that's been run on him. I guess it hasn't been anything but medical tests. That evidently they believe him now, and they patched up differences, and they're back together again.
Okay, well, who's going to handle this hypnosis?
I don't know whether it's going to... Heinemann? Heinemann or Heinrich?
Well, there's a Harder, Dr. Harder, associated with Heineck, Dr. Heineck.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to do the testing of him.
I see. Okay.
And they had a new sighting up here. So far, they're trying to keep it covered, according to what we've heard. Now, this is just what has been passed around. They had something on the news about it, but then they shut it up afterwards. They said that 3 deer hunters were out deer hunting out here by St. John's, which is about 40 or 50 miles away from here.
Yeah.
And the 3 deer hunters were driving, and this flying object was on the ground, and they drove up close to it, and the guy that was driving evidently jumped out and grabbed his gun, and the other 2 turned around and run as hard as they could go.
Oh,
he took a shot at it, and then he disappeared. Beam hit him and hit the car both and burned out all his wiring and everything. They said the FBI stepped in on this one. I don't know whether it's true or not, but the FBI stepped in and roped it off, and they said they got radiation readings and everything off it.
Oh, be darned.
Now, whether there's any truth to it or not, I don't know. They're trying to keep it quiet up here. Everybody in the country knows about it, but...
Well, now, have you had a chance to talk to Travis?
No, nobody has. They're keeping him pretty well...
They're keeping the whole family out?
Yeah. Yeah. Mom had a chance to talk to him, and she said that he was just dehydrated, and I said, can you say any more? And she said, no, not right now.
Well, are the police or any government officials involved in this at all?
I haven't heard of any of them being involved in it. The police up here said that if it's a hoax, they're going to go ahead and put all kinds of charges against him. And that's the only thing that's involved in it right now.
I see. And is he in a Phoenix hospital? I'm not trying to dig up any secret...
someplace, They told her it was Tucson to keep from finding out where it was at. But he's in Phoenix.
I see.
On their assumed name and so forth.
Yeah, well, you know, there's an awful lot of rumors flying around. Yeah. We had a rumor up on the news here last night to the effect that the whole thing was branded as a hoax, and we just couldn't believe that.
Yeah, Peter Herkos, you know, that, what is he?
Oh, the psychic?
psychic guy.
Yes.
He says that if he could get a hold of some clothes of his, that he could definitely prove whether it was or not.
Uh-huh.
And there's been a whole bunch of people that's stepping in on this now. I don't know how far they're getting involved in it. But from what I talked to Dr. Lester Stewart yesterday, he said that they're going to run the test today, but I guess they stepped them off until tomorrow.
I see.
But they're running medical tests on Travis right now.
I see. Are you in contact constantly with people down there?
Yes.
I see, okay.
Yeah, we'll know a whole bunch more by tomorrow afternoon. Mom said that she'd let me know immediately.
Are they going to have any kind of a press conference on this?
Yes, it's either going to be tomorrow or Saturday with Travis.
And this will include the results of the...
This will be telling what they found from the results. They said there might be 2 days or 3 days, but they said that they would definitely give most of the results when he gives his talk.
And they're going to run him through this polygraph too?
Right.
I see.
Polygraph, ESA, and progressive hypnosis, and they said possibly sodium pentothal.
Well, they're going to give him the works then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, how is he feeling? Is he pulled out of this thing pretty good?
Yeah, as far as eating-wise, he's normal, but they said that he's just really dehydrated to no end, and he's just drinking liquids constantly. He complained of pain in his chest, and then after a bit, he quit complaining about it, but it was all right.
Uh-huh. Did he ever come up with any more information about being in the craft itself?
Well, he said that they give the description tonight. He said that he saw the people were just like us, except that they didn't have any hair on their head. He said that he was on a table, and they left him, and he got up off the table and started wandering around. He wandered into another room, and a guy with some kind of helmet on stopped him, and he was looking out through this. In this room, there was like a window that you could see through, and they stopped him, and they took him into another room, and there was 3 crafts in that, 3 flying crafts there, in storage there, and that's all they would let him say.
I see. Does he recollect completely being brought back the other night?
No, he don't. He evidently when the last thing he can, or let's see, the thing that he remembers is opening his eyes on the highway when they let him out, and he looking up and seeing the craft leave.
Does he remember what this thing looked like?
The craft?
Yes.
Yes.
On the outside?
Uh-huh.
Well, now, as his brother, are you going to have access to any of these tapes of these various tests?
Well, Dwayne will have most of them.
Because just as scientific data, we'd really like to get a hold of that stuff if we can.
All right.
I don't know. There's a lot of people, I suppose, would be wanting those to write books and so forth.
Right.
But
they don't want to capitalize on it at all right now. He said that they just wanted to get this thing cleared up once and for all. What they'll do later, I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't talked to Travis recently or anything like this. You know, I don't know what they're going to do.
Uh-huh.
They're just keeping him under wraps pretty close, so I guess Mom's the only one that has seen him, because I just got to talking to her just before I called you to find out if there's anything developed since I last heard.
Uh-huh. Now, did they say that this Aerial Phenomena Research Organization in Tucson was pretty well handling this?
Well, it's in Phoenix. This Spalding is.
Oh, I know Spalding is, yes. But I know this Heineck is...
I guess they call Heineck in to run these tests. So.
Oh, yes. Okay, well, I won't keep you any longer. Do you expect to hear more tomorrow?
Yes, I do. Mom said she'd call me as soon as they heard any information.
Okay, would there be any chance of getting a call from you?
I promise you I will.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very, very much.
You bet.
Okay. Good night.